I'm reliably informed from some of the East Anglian media who've made their way down to this game this evening. Their performances haven't quite reflected in those results, but as with senior level football, one mistake and they found themselves on the wrong end of a result. So they'll be looking to be on the right side of it this evening, as will the Cherries, of course, reaching that 5th round last season, losing out to Tottenham Hotspur in the end, and James Lowe's team certainly looking to go on something of a run in this competition if they can. As I say, also sat second in that professional development league as well. Should be an interesting game. We were not short of entertainment in this match, in this competition in the 3rd round against Ipswich last month, just a week or so before Christmas. As the referee just calls 2 captains into the middle. Stephen Hughes, as I say, the man officiating in the middle for this fixture this evening. Decent crowd turning out for this one tonight as well. Some good support. Hoping that the Cherries, as I say, can once again make their way past some opposition from East Anglia and progress to the next round of this FA Youth Cup. Josh Hamilton-Elise leading the line for Bournemouth this evening. Came on as a substitute after just 5 minutes of that 3rd round clash, after Kash Kasakumya suffered a very early injury. Both teams just in a huddle. Final words between Bournemouth players. As they prepare to get us underway. Yeah, Danny Dixon in the all-blue, the goalkeeper for Bournemouth tonight. Only signed from Arsenal on the 2nd of January. So we now wait for Stephen Hughes to get us underway, just checking with his 2 assistants. Resetting the stopwatches. And away we go. Bournemouth with that early touch. Ethan Sills looking for the ball forward very quickly. Gets it through to Hamilton-Elise. Drops back. Shot comes from Charlie Stevens. Blocked away by the Norwich City defence. And Alfie Merritt trying to make his way through 2 of those yellow-shirted players. Long ball from Norwich. Knocked back by Teo Minchev. And there's a clash right on the edge of the area. And that did not look great. Early clash between Danny Dixon, who came rushing out to try and clear that ball. An immediate concern from the 2 physio teams. A little over 30 seconds played in the game. And that did not look like a very good moment for either of the players involved there. As I say, some concern for both players involved in that clash. And an early stoppage, an early moment of concern for both players and for both managers as well. Just taking another look. It's Damari Daly charging through, and yeah, that doesn't look any better second time around. And both squads heading back over towards the bench, just trying to focus on the job in hand. Game literally only just getting underway. Tell you that Danny Dixon, the Bournemouth goalkeeper, is sat up. A little bit dazed perhaps, and just in conversation with the physios. And after a lengthy period of time laid out on the ground, I can tell you that Damien Daly also now sat up. with the physios and medics that are attending to both players out on the pitch. Well, the game was, as I say, a little over 30 seconds old when that clash has happened. Now the task for the rest of the players, just trying to keep warm through this stoppage. 2.5, 3 minutes on from that. Ball came back from Teo Menchev, and there was Damien Daly to charge through, try and nip the ball past Danny Dixon, who was rushing out off of his line in that Bournemouth goal. I'll tell you, both those players are now back on their feet, which is a really good sign. Really good to see both those players back up. Dixon heading back in between the posts to resume his position in the Bournemouth goal, and Damari Daly, whilst limping heavily, is back on his feet. Referee has given a penalty for the challenge from Danny Dixon. So the first task for the keeper will be to face this spot kick from Finlay Cork. Well, this would be an early hammer blow, really, for the Cherries. Finlay Cork places it down to the keeper's right, tight inside the post. And the visitors take an early lead. 5th minute of the game, and that penalty given for the challenge of Danny Dixon on Damari Daly, ensuring that the under-18 Premier League side Norwich City take the lead here at the Silverlake Stadium. 5 minutes played. It is AFC Bournemouth 0, Norwich City 1. Another look at the penalty there. Dixon at full stretch, but it was well placed. A good, low, well placed penalty by Cork just inside the post. Focusing the minds of the Cherries players now. What to do? And try and stay calm. Referee just having a word with Lucky Ogunle. Paused his kick to get the game back underway. Immediate long ball down. Looking for the run of Charlie Stevens. Marshalled out of play there by Gabriel Keita. And it will be a Norwich City goal kick. Well, that absolutely is not the start to the game James Lowe's side would have envisaged, or would have even planned for necessarily. Gunley picks up the ball in midfield, gets himself past 2-3 players. It's cut out by Keita, looking for Damari Daly. And there's the free kick. Under the challenge of Jay Williams. So another dangerous moment this for the Cherries. Everyone back in defence. Free kick from the right-hand side, swung in. It's cut back in, and it's gone out for a corner kick. It was Gabriel Keita who just got onto the end of it, trying to sneak it inside that near post. Not sure whether that was just about going in or not, but Danny Dixon wasn't taking any chances with that one. Corner kick for the Canaries. Cleared away, but only as far as Miles Bracking. Takes that down that right-hand side, trying to escape from Ethan Seals. Whips the ball in, cut out though. It'll come back out to the edge of the area. Shot fired in by Afori Monteo. Bournemouth get themselves back into possession. We'll settle things down just a little bit. Josh Salmon takes the ball back up to Jay Williams. Now Teo Minchev for Alfie Merritt on the left-hand side. Williams just looking for gaps. I'll play through the lines. I'll see someone in the end. Gets up to halfway as the ball spread out now for Tommy Whitehead. Heavy first touch, but fires the ball in and just beyond the reach of Josh Hamilton Elise. Fabulous cross from Tommy Whitehead. Just a fraction heavy. Needed the pace on it though to try and reach the run of Hamilton Elise behind the defender. And that's well cut out by Tommy Whitehead, who's tracked himself back to halfway once again. Another look at this. One touch, then the cross. And Hamilton Elise couldn't quite stretch, agonisingly short of making contact with that cross ball in. Alfie Merritt dispossessed. The ball back to Costa Gonzalez. With the heavy challenge. And Sean Seeley winning the free kick. For Norwich City. To have the match ball replaced. Lots of pressure from the ball during the course of that tackle. Stephen Hughes happy that that's been swapped over now. Adelusi, Norwich captain, plays out for Urchan on this left side. Back for Adelusi, all the way back to his goalkeeper, Harry Bullen. And Gabriel Keita, long ball up over the top, looking for Finley Cork. Being closed down by Minchev, and well played by the Bournemouth player. Sends that out for a Norwich City throw-in. Played, it's Norwich City 1. The ball almost falls for Afori Monteo. Do get it clear. And as far as the yellow shorts on halfway, Keita to Adelusi, back for Keita again. Here he is once more. Across the line to his captain. Urchan here in space on the left-hand side. Urchan taken on Josh Salmon. Sends the cross in. Tommy Whitehead cutting that one out before Salmon clears it long. Picked up once again though by Norwich. Strong in possession. Urchan puts it back in field for Afori Monteo. Cross to Aligbo. And that's cut out by Alfie Merritt. For another Norwich City throw-in. Comes in short for Miles Bracking. A little bit of pressure, but takes it back to Gabriel Keita. May go all the way back to his keeper here, does indeed. And they'll build from the back once again. Building for Adelusi. Now Damari Daly, who switched to this left-hand side. Cut out by Whitehead though. To Costa Gonzalez. Just settling with a little bit of possession play here themselves. Minchev. Alfie Merritt. It comes back to Minchev once more. Danny Dixon. Minchev and Alfie Merritt. Charlie Stevens up towards Hamilton Elise. To Stevens, tries to find the run in field. Cut out though, and Erchan tried to play the 1-2 with Bafori Monteo. Has got the ball back once again though. Sent it into the middle of the 18-yard box. Easy clearance for Minchev. Goodman breaking up the Norwich City play. Conceding another throw-in. The vast majority of the play has been in the Cherries' half so far in this first half. The ball cleared out long into the car park behind the stand. Well, Damari Daly judged to have taken a foul throw by our referee, so Bournemouth back in possession slightly unexpectedly from that. Right down the line, looking forward to Costa Gonzalez. Just took a little push from Bracking to buy himself some space. Now Erchan back for Adelusi. Keita for Norwich City, wide right to Finlay Oligbo. City making life tough on the Cherries so far. Bonus play to pick up possession there though for Ethan Sills. It's it to Merritt. Charlie Stevens all the way back to Teo Minchev on the halfway line now. Merritt to Stevens. 1-2 just cut out though by Finlay Oligbo. Back in possession once more, trying to find that run of Ethan Sills. It'll be a Bournemouth throw-in though on the far side. Comes back for Minchev. Jay Williams being closed down quickly by Daly. Gets it back to the keeper. Dixon now for Tommy Whitehead. Bournemouth looking to build from the back. Jay Williams. Gets it back eventually from Ethan Sills. Minchev plays it with the outside of the boot. Pass cut out though by Oligbo. Keita at the back for Norwich. To Bullen, being closed down, but manages to escape the press. Get it to Erchan, who now charges towards halfway, being closed down by Da Costa Gonzalez, but plays the ball down that left-hand flank for Damari Daly. Daly with the ball up against Agunle. And the ball across, cut out in the end by Tommy Whitehead, safely into the arms of Danny Dixon in the Bournemouth goal. Whitehead on this right-hand side. Back for Jay Williams. Spread it all the way to the left. By Alfie Merritt, and Ethan Sills going down under the challenge of Oligbo as Bournemouth win themselves a free kick. Quickly taken, but unfortunately no one else was on the same wavelength as Alfie Merritt for that one. It went straight through for the Norwich defence. Keita now back to Bullen. Cross to Adelusi. Norwich seem to be enjoying a fair share of success down the left-hand side. That pass cut out though. Ethan Sills feeling he was fouled there, but ball does end up safely back with the Norwich keeper. Clears it long, goes down the right-hand side. Ball looking for Finlay Cook, but once again cut out by Teo Minchev. Those two having an interesting battle so far this evening. Quick throw-in taken, and Minchev forced to head that one behind and concede another Norwich City corner kick. Norwich City leading by a 1-0 here. A 5th-minute penalty by Finlay Cork after Damari Daly brought down inside the opening 30 seconds of this match by the Bournemouth goalkeeper. Corner comes in now, looking for the head of Gabriel Keita there, but rising high above the Bournemouth goal and safely behind. And it'll be a Bournemouth goal kick. Another look at the penalty kick then from Finlay Cork. It was very well placed. Not a lot Danny Dixon could do about that one. And Finlay Cork certainly enjoyed his moment there. Costa Gonzalez couldn't quite pull off the pass out to Tommy Whitehead on this right-hand touchline. Goes out for a Norwich City throw-in. Vatan Ercan with the throat for the Canaries. Sent it infield for Bafori Manteau. As Bournemouth regain possession with a throw-in. Whitehead down the line. In for Da Costa Gonzalez. Nudged infield. Ercan picks it back up for Norwich. Sending it to Adelusi. Bullen in the Canaries' goal. Long clearance from him, cut out by Charlie Stevens. Couldn't find another red and black shirt, but the interception there by Da Costa Gonzalez does see the ball come through to Hamilton Elise. Ethan Sills out to that left-hand side for Merritt. Then Stevens back for Hamilton Elise. Tries to find the ball through to Charlie Stevens. Just didn't quite have enough for it. And Norwich now coming away on the break. Damari Daly down this left-hand channel. Just trying to find the space to find someone to pass. He's going to put it in from the right-hand side. Crossed, cleared, blocked by Teo Minchev and brought away by Alfie Merritt. Game starting to get a little bit stretched, opening up a bit now as Hamilton Elise plays the ball back for Merritt. He's got no one in support. Josh Salmon charging down just to offer him something. He does have Hamilton Elise back down the line. Salmon now infield for Ethan Sills. Sills trying to get that to Josh Salmon, but those two not quite connecting. And Norwich once again back in possession. Ercan for Daly down this left-hand side. Jay Williams trying to clear the ball away, but just got trapped underneath him a little bit. Daly picking it up, getting the ball back for Ercan once again. Adelusi across halfway to Keita. Ball out from Bullen to Miles Bracking. Under a little bit of pressure there from Da Costa Gonzalez. And Josh Salmon with the touch to win the ball back for the Cherries. Making a good lay back for Jay Williams. All the way back to Dixon in goal. Williams, they get past the advancing pair from Norwich. Josh Salmon now heading infield. Just enjoying a little bit of a stronger spell of possession and play in the last few minutes are the Cherries. Merritt's ball forward cut out. It will be a Bournemouth throw-in on the far side. Which Merritt will take. Comes in for Charlie Stevens. Williams now, Whitehead. Down to Josh Salmon on the touchline. It's that for Ethan Sills. 24 yards out, tried his luck with his left foot. Quickly closed down. Williams to Minchev. Daly trying to close him down, but gets the ball away for Alfie Merritt. Comes in field under the challenge. And the referee gives the free kick. Best period of possession play in the game for the Cherries so far, this is. midway through this first half. Jay Williams spreading the ball left. Alfie Merritt trying to find some space. Charlie Stevens on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box gets it back to Ethan Sills, trying to find Josh Salmon. Headed clear though by Adelaide for Norwich City. Minchev back for Alfie Merritt once again. Josh Salmon, the man to try and find in the middle of the 18-yard box. Ethan Sills now with it on the left-hand side to Merritt by the touchline. And back down the line for Minchev. All the way back to Dixon. And building from the back once again, but that clearance straight out of play on the halfway line. It'll be a Norwich City throw-in, which Finlay Oligbo will take straight back to the Bournemouth captain. Although he couldn't quite control that, Norwich will have another go from that far side touchline. Down the line once again, cut out by Ogunle, back to Oligbo, up to Daly, under pressure from Minchev as Tommy Whitehead now brings the ball through the middle of the park, spreads it to the left hand side for Charlie Stevens, back for Alfie Merritt now. Costa Gonzalez under pressure but rides the challenge there of Miles Bracking, gets himself a little bit of space, chance now for Bournemouth to push forwards. And Costa Gonzalez with the chance from easily 25 yards, possibly a little bit more. And in the end, Harry Bullen with a relatively easy save to make down to his right. Finlay Cork. Physical tussle there with Malachy Ogunle. And the Bournemouth skipper winning a free kick. Back to Dixon. That's the flick off in Charlie Stevens. Hamilton Elise will chase, but Keita sending that back to his keeper. Switches play straight away to this left-hand side for Urchan. Urchan lifting over the top, looking for the run of Damari Daly. Jay Williams there to clear up. Tommy Williams gets it back to his keeper, who switches it out for Merritt on the left-hand side. Now Charlie Stevens, goal scorer in the third round tie here against Ipswich Town. Bournemouth losing possession there. The Canaries push forwards there, and the cross in from LaShawn Seeley, unable to find the run of Damari Daly. Not a dangerous moment that for Bournemouth, and something of an escape that Daly was not able to get himself on the end of that, was under pressure. As the Cherries got back into defence. With the header from the Bournemouth throw-in. Ethan Sills back for Tommy Whitehead now. Long clearance upfield by Bournemouth. Towards the head of Keita. And a push forward from LaShawn Seeley, showing just how dangerous this Norwich City side are on the break. Just how much Bournemouth are going to have to be on their guard even when they're pushing forwards. Damari Daly looking to thread through the run of LaShawn Seeley, does eventually find him. Ball out to the right hand side, good save there by Danny Dixon. Cross came in from Toby Chilvers and forced Dixon into a save. Seeley, touch heavy, cut out to Costa Gonzalez now with the ball for Bournemouth, getting it to Josh Salmon, looking for options, trying to find some space. Very compact, this Norwich City team, not offering the Cherries a great deal of options or space in the middle of the park. Dixon with the ball It up to Josh Salmon. Cushioned header back for Da Costa Gonzalez, trying to switch play down that left side, trying to find Ethan Sills. Hamilton Elise will pick it up. So he is fouled by Miles Bracking, and it will be a free kick to Bournemouth midway inside the Norwich City half. Referee Stephen Hughes just having a word with Miles Bracking. Bracking seemed to come off the worst of the two from his challenge with Hamilton Elise. Stevens and Ethan Sills in conversation about the free kick. Looks like Sills will take it. And it goes out to Stevens on the left-hand side. Quickly flicked in, but Norwich holding their line and no one pushing through. Quick throw-in out from Bullen, looking forward to Murray Daly, but that's a positive clearance away from Tommy Whitehead. Concedes the throw-in, which Ercan takes quickly down the line, looking for Damari Daly. Gets round the challenge of Tommy Whitehead. Daly once again putting pressure on Agunle, and Agunle knocked it out of play. It will be another Norwich City corner kick. Quick, dangerous player, Damari Daly. Defence and concentration required from the Cherries. All 11 players back in their own box. Corner comes in, cleared away by Minchev. Stills chasing it down, but it's falling on tail. He gets there and then wins the throw-in for Norwich City, which Finlay Aligbo will take. To send a long one in here. Goes through. Only half fell for LaShawn Seeley. Didn't really catch it on the turn, and a routine save in the end for Danny Dixon in the Bournemouth goal. Tommy Whitehead. The ball forward for Hamilton Elise. Winning the ball back though, and through pass from Lloyd Afari Monteo. Not finding another yellow shirt, straight through to Dixon. And the Bournemouth goal gets it to Alfie Merritt. His ball down the line cut out by Toby Childers. Make the ball from the throw-in. Tries to loop it over the top for Josh Salmon. There's a good one once more. He's it back for Minchev. With the high press. Trying to force the issue with the Cherries. Seeley sends the ball across the face of goal. And once again, no one there getting on the end of it, thankfully. Goes all the way through and out of play. Forward Bournemouth throwing. Next play cut out by Miles Bracking. And flick on there by Cork. Shilver's easily blocked, and Merritt trying to bring the ball away for Bournemouth, but Cater cutting out the pass to Hamilton Elise. Trey Williams getting the better of Damari Daly. Cherries just trying to settle themselves once again. Alfie Merritt down the line for Ethan Sills. Sills feeling he was unfairly dispossessed there by Gabriel Cater, and referee in agreement. Ball gone out of play. Throw into Costa Gonzalez. Manages to weave his way through three of those Norwich players. Now sends the ball down towards Josh Salmon, right hand side. Tries to pull the ball back, but the offside flag's gone up. And Salmon just offside. Best move of the match from AFC Bournemouth, though. Costa Gonzalez had wriggled his way through three players on halfway, but in the end that pass to Josh Salmon just seeing the Bournemouth player a fraction offside. Good move though, and a good confidence build-up as Bournemouth look to get themselves back into this game, trailing by a goal to nil against Norwich City. 5th minute penalty from Finlay Cork for the visitors. Don't forget, place in the 5th round of the FA Youth Cup at home to West Brom for whoever wins here this evening. Ogunle trying to knock the ball forwards, which regaining possession, but the skills of Oligbo seeing him dispossessed, and Hamilton Elise merging with the ball before he too loses out in possession. Now Cork comes all the way through to Erchan on this left-hand side, sent in, cleared away by a combination of Alfie Merritt and Charlie Stevens. Merritt now with the long ball up towards halfway, looking for Hamilton Elise, but only finds Cater bouncing around. Struggling to hold on to possession for any real length of time in the last couple of minutes. Seeley with the long-range effort, and it's a parried shot by Danny Dixon, falling to his own defence, and Tommy Whitehead able to bring the ball away. Now Josh Salmon in the middle of the park to Charlie Stevens. He's got Alfie Merritt in support on the left-hand side, finds him. Being closed down quickly, and Toby Chilvers concedes the throw-in for Bournemouth midway inside that Norwich half. That was a good save from Danny Dixon. As Bournemouth take the throw, goes down towards the touchline there for Hamilton Elise, back towards Josh Salmon, but just couldn't quite get a connection on it. No one else there in support on the edge of the 18-yard box, just inside the 18-yard box. And that's a chance that goes a-begging. Have a look at the save from Dixon. Which will be throw down the line, cut out by Josh Salmon. And Sills trying to cushion it down to Costa Gonzalez, who didn't quite pick that one up. Oligbo now for Norwich. Taking the ball, trying to send the ball over the top for Seeley, was cut out by Alfie Merritt. Does come through to Seeley eventually though. LaShawn Seeley. Cross cut out, Charlie Stevens. Puts it back infield where Alfie Merritt picks it up. Hamilton Elise. Cleared away by Ethan Sills, but I think he may have hurt himself in the process there. Tommy Whitehead breaking down this right-hand side. Now Josh Salmon, right side of the box, tries to send the ball inwards to Costa Gonzalez. He'll pick this up, 18 yards out, hits it on the half volley, and it comes back off of the upright. Fabulous shot from Da Costa Gonzalez, inches away from an equaliser for the Cherries. Salmon trying to regain possession for Bournemouth, but Erchan and Adelusi settling things at the back for Norwich City. Cater all the way across to Oligbo. Well, Bournemouth's best chance of the game so far. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Finlay Cork, but that'll be easily cut out by Teo Minchev. Dixon gets that out to Jay Williams, back for Minchev again. They've played themselves nicely around that front three of Norwich City. Charlie Stevens switching it to this near side, looking for Tommy Whitehead, but Vatan Ercan picking it up, getting it to Miles Bracking. Ercan, now the skipper Adelusi. Cater onwards for Oligbo. Childers. Taking the ball back for Seeley, and Seeley went on a run past 3 or 4 of the Cherries players there. Eventually cut out, and Ethan Sills knocking it back for Ogunlake. Now Minchev. Bournemouth trying to build from the back. Ogunlake down the line for Alfie Merritt, being closed down quickly there by Finlay Cork. Hamilton Elise with it on halfway. Felt he was being tugged a little bit there. Referee disagreed with him though. Ball out of play. Toby Chilvers putting his request for that to be a Norwich throw-in. Adelusi to Ercan. Trying to get around Tommy Whitehead. Plays it out now for Damari Daly. Back for Ercan. Sends the cross in around Salmons. Headed clear by Teo Minchev. Picked up though by Finlay Oligbo for the visitors. Chilvers back for Oligbo with the big cross coming in. Dixon only with a hand to it. Very nearly fell for Miles Bracking. As the ball runs out of play eventually on this near side, and it'll be a Bournemouth throw-in. Well, another look at the Bournemouth chance. Josh Salmon with the crossing cleared away by the Norwich defence. To Costa Gonzalez tipping it up and then hitting it on the half volley. A fabulous strike, keeper beaten. Coming flush back off the upright though. And it remains AFC Bournemouth 0, Norwich City 1 in this 4th round tie of the FA Youth Cup. 5 minutes plus added time before the break. Ercan now down this left channel for Norwich City. Tries to send the crossing, cut out by Tommy Whitehead. Whitehead looking to find a deflection and win a throw-in for the Cherries. Didn't manage to do so. And it'll be a throw for Norwich City instead. Daly. Under pressure from Da Costa Gonzalez. Hamilton Elise felt he was being held there by Theo Adelusi. Referee instantly with a shake of the head and said to play on. Chilvers down under the challenge of Malaki Ogunlake, and it'll be a Norwich City free kick. Just a quick word in passing there for the Bournemouth captain from Stephen Hughes, our referee. Chilvers just gingerly getting back up to his feet. Just take another look. Of that challenge from Ogunlake on Chilvers. Pulling out to Adelusi. press forward, finds Ercan. Bullen with the long ball. Only finds Alfie Merritt though. In the Bournemouth defence. His ball forward. Ethan Sills unable to keep that in play. And it'll be a Norwich City throw-in, which Oligbo will take. Seeley on a charging run here, and wow, what a goal that is! LaShawn Seeley just finding the space, getting himself around 3-4 of the Bournemouth players, and then hitting it left-footed, and that must have had some bend on it. Danny Dixon pretty much rooted to the spot and watching that one sneak inside that far post. And that is a huge setback as we close in towards half-time in the 44th minute. It is AFC Bournemouth 0, Norwich City 2 in this fourth round FA Youth Cup tie. So Finlay Cork with the opener, LaShawn Seeley with the second, and now a cushion, a little bit of breathing space for the visitors who play, of course, in the under-18 Premier League South. Now there's a task ahead for James Lowe's side. The Bournemouth have certainly been creating their own chances. Free kick given for the challenge of Hamilton Elise on Lloyd at Fori Munto. There's been a few chances. Da Costa Gonzalez with the best of those so far in this first half for the Cherries. Lucy spreading play to the far side. Looking for Seeley. Bournemouth who come away with it, trying to clear it to Hamilton Elise. 4 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Lucy to Ercan. Trying to get past Josh Salmon. Ercan with the cross. Almost finding the head there of LaShawn Seeley. He jumped at the far side. Bournemouth clearing the way, and Hamilton Elise down under the challenge this time of Afori Manteo. Those two having a very interesting battle in the middle of the park. Bournemouth free kick inside their own half then. We've played the first of 4 added minutes at the end of this first half. Late. To Williams, Whitehead goes down quickly by Bracking. Daly trying to apply the pressure on Williams. His clearance cut out by Afori Manteo. Now Daly. His ball in for Norwich, cut out by Ogunle for the Cherries. He's dispossessed and Daly's back with the ball. Goes down under the challenge from the Bournemouth skipper. And referee Stephen Hughes gives Norwich City a free kick just outside the 18-yard box on this left-hand side. Two minutes of added time left to play in this first half. Ball sent back to the edge of the area. Flicked in by Chilvers, cleared away. And closed down by Ethan Sills. To Tommy Whitehead, played down the line now for Josh Salmon. How the mood would change if Bournemouth could peg one back before the half-time break. Curled shot in from just outside the area from Josh Salmon. Nice bit of bend on that, but perhaps just a little too far out. And Henry Bullen in the Norwich City goal saw it pretty much all the way. Had good vision of that. But yet another chance and yet another sign that the Cherries still have plenty to offer in this game. Ball out on the far side for a Bournemouth throw-in. Alfie Merritt looking to take this one quickly as we run into, well, the last 30 seconds or so of time added on. Maybe one last chance in this first half, possibly. Josh Salmon with the ball, just inside the Norwich half. Gets himself away from Daly, under the close attentions of Damari Daly. Spreads it for Minchev. Minchev to Merritt. Merritt going forwards, looking for Hamilton Elise. Tries to get the touch on, and ball cleared away by Afori Monteo. Williams to Minchev as Stephen Hughes blows the half-time whistle. And Norwich City take the advantage into the break. Half-time in this fourth round tie of the FA Youth Cup. It is AFC Bournemouth 0, Norwich City 2. Very early penalty from the visitors, and then a goal just after 44 minutes. This was the opener. Damari Daly closing down on a short back pass and fouled by Danny Dixon just on the edge of the Bournemouth area, conceding the penalty. Both players were down for a good 3 or 4 minutes, receiving treatment after that heavy clash. And then up stepped Finlay Cork to convert the penalty kick and put Norwich City into a very early lead. Only 5 minutes on the clock at that stage. Bournemouth had plenty of possession, plenty of chances as well along the way, but that was a real setback early on. This perhaps one of the better chances. Josh Salmon with the cross. Ball cleared by Norwich. Comes out to Costa Gonzalez. His attempts hitting the post. And then a hammer blow before half-time as LaShawn Seeley managed to evade all the attentions of the Cherries players and sent in a left-footed shot from just outside the area, inside that far post of Danny Dixon, to give Norwich City a 2-goal advantage going into the break. Plenty still to play for, though, and plenty of heart in that Cherries side from the opportunities they've been creating. An intriguing second half awaits then in this fourth round FA Youth Cup match here at the Silverlake Stadium in Eastleigh. Half-time, it is AFC Bournemouth 0, Norwich City 2. A beautiful clear sky here above the Silverlake Stadium, home of Eastleigh in the National League. Reaching for the moon and stars, these two teams in the FA Youth Cup fourth round tonight. AFC Bournemouth trailing by 2-0 against Norwich City at half-time. Finlay Cork with a penalty in the 5th minute. For Sean Seeley, after a mazy run, left-footed effort inside the far post after 44 minutes. So plenty of work for James Lowe's side to do in this second half. Did create a number of chances of their own, though. Have a little fog descending down onto the ground as well ahead of this second half. Da Costa Gonzalez with the best of those efforts in the first half for the Cherries. But as I say, as things stand, it is Norwich City leading by 2-0 in this FA Youth Cup fourth round tie. Referee Stephen Hughes just ensuring everything's present and correct. Norwich City only entered and stayed in the third round of this FA Youth Cup last season. That was their exit point. Bournemouth making it through to the 5th round, where they ultimately lost to Tottenham Hotspur. Back underway we get at the Silverlake. Norwich City with possession. Midfield to Afori Monteo. For Seeley. It's cleared down the left-hand side to Costa Gonzalez, not quite reaching that. Ogunle picks it up for Bournemouth, gets it to Tommy Whitehead, back for Jay Williams. Given in Bournemouth's favour. Norwich once again staying pretty compact, tight through the middle of the park, forcing Bournemouth to go out wide. Not leaving much through the middle of the park at all. Daly going down under the challenge of Tommy Whitehead, and Norwich winning themselves an early free kick. Bullen gets the ball to Keita, looking to go down the right channel. Just spun off the top of his boot there, goes out of play for Bournemouth throw-in. Played across that back line, Jay Williams to Teo Minchev. Now Alfie Merritt. Merritt to Ethan Sills. Nice touch there to buy himself a bit of space and get away from Keita. Back to Alfie Merritt once more. Rides the challenge there, spreads the ball out to the right-hand side now. An overlap from Josh Salmon to Tommy Whitehead. Maybe not quite with enough pace. Cut out. Good play though from the Cherries. Good start to this second half. How they could do with an early goal in this second half. Make life more than interesting. Offside flag up against Ethan Sills. Trying to play through the middle of the park. Finlay Cork dropping the ball back for Adelusi to Urchan down the left side. It's been productive down that left channel throughout the course of this evening for Norwich City. Alfie Merritt. Back for Minchev. Williams back for Merritt once more. All the space for Ethan Sills and Hamilton Elise. Just holding off the challenge of Oligbo. Comes back for Charlie Stevens. Infield for Sills. Goes back for Ogunle. Space on the left-hand side, and Jay Williams spreads it out to Alfie Merritt. He's got Charlie Stevens there in support should he need him. Comes back in. Now drops it back out for Stevens. Stevens infield, finds Ethan Sills. Back to Stevens again. Tries to knock the ball across the face of goal. That one cut out. Stevens back for Alfie Merritt and his cross. Well, no red and black shirts to meet that one by the 6-yard box. Ball's brought in looking for Salmon, and Hamilton Elise trying to close that one down before the clearance spins out of play from the Norwich defender, and it will be a Bournemouth corner kick. Good pressure from the Cherries there, good play.
I'm on the phone though, I can't hold this open, so I'm on the phone. My headphones aren't working.
They found themselves with some decent space down this left-hand side. Good interplay between Charlie Stevens and Alfie Merritt. Corner kick comes in. Down by Jay Williams. Straight into the ground, rolls softly out of play. And it's going to be a Norwich City goal kick. Henry Bullen, send the kick long downfield. Comes down here looking for LaShawn Seeley. Little touch on from him to Finlay Cork. Down under the challenge of Minchev. And it'll be a Norwich free kick.
I can't hear the microphone.
Just another look. Foul leading to the free kick. Sent back by Oligbo to Keita. Bullen across the line for Adelusi. Closed down by Hamilton Elise. Free kick given. Right on halfway. Long down the line, looking for Damari Daly, holds off the challenge, gets a bit of space, goes shoulder to shoulder inside the 18-yard box. No penalty, says the referee, and shot coming in is deflected behind and will be a corner kick, and that was a real danger moment for the Cherries there. 6.5 minutes into the second half, and a real threat from the visitors. Damari Daly holds off the challenge, goes down then under the shoulder to shoulder challenge of Tommy Whitehead. For the shot deflected behind for this corner kick. Well, nodded out of play in the end by Fori Manteau for a Bournemouth goal kick. Dixon, they get the ball clear, but that one's cut out by Chilvers. Chilvers trying to send it in past Merritt. Bournemouth quickly getting back in numbers. Well there, sends the ball long, trying to find Hamilton Elise, but just a little too long in the end. Madalusi will clear up at the back, sending it to Bullen. Now Keita for Norwich City. Oligbo gets it to Chilvers. And the ball coming out from Ogunle for a Norwich throw-in. Finlay Oligbo. Ball flicked on by LaShawn Seeley. Picked up at the back now by Tio Minchev and sent to Danny Dixon in the Bournemouth goal. Jay Williams. Ball switched out for Ethan Sills on this left-hand side. Charlie Stevens tries to step over, but the ball only runs through to Chilvers. Now Finlay Cork flicking it into the middle of the Bournemouth goal mouth, and Damari Daly just stumbled a little as he attempted to get to the ball. And that's prevented another clear chance for the visitors. Remains 2-0 to Norwich City right now. The fog really does lower down over this Silverlake Stadium now. Minchev. Ball down this left flank for Alfie Merritt. Little 1-2 played between him and Charlie Stevens. Back with Stevens. Now to Ethan Sills. Down the flank looking for Alfie Merritt. Trying to run into the left side of that 18-yard box. Run cut out by Afori Monteo. It's picked up by Hamilton Elise in the end. Sent across the Norwich City box. But Henry Bullen picking it up before Josh Salmon could get anywhere near that one. Foul on Urchan there, giving Norwich City free kick. Adalusi to Bullen. Afori Monteu for Urchan. Urchan back for Afori Monteu. It's down under the challenge of Da Costa Gonzalez. And the nibble back earns Bournemouth a free kick just inside their own half. Gunley. Jay Williams, long ball over the top. We can see if we can find the run of Hamilton Elise. It's cut out though by Urchan. Miles Bracking trying to run through. His run impeded, said the referee. James Lowy with a few things to think about right now. His team trailing by 2-0. Ball knocked down edge of the area, cleared away by Minchev. Da Costa Gonzalez. With the touch to get the ball clear. Unfairly though, says the referee, the appeal from the Norwich players for the free kick, and this is going to be in a dangerous position. Central, right on the edge of the D. And vital for the Cherries that they keep Norwich City out. The referee just pacing it out. Lloyd Afori Monteo stood over the ball right now. Not sure it's going to be him to take it. Just nudges it over to the left-hand side, and it flicks over, comes off of the crossbar there from Oligbo, and Norwich players appealing for that, say that had gone over the line. Referee and his assistants not giving that one though. As it is, Norwich with a throw-in down this near side. It was a well-worked free kick, just a little nudge across, and Oligbo with that touch. Seeley thought that he'd perhaps nudged it over the line. The referee and the assistants saying no. Cater now with the ball forwards for Norwich. It comes through to Finlay Cork. And the Norwich City striker puts the visitors 3 goals up. Ball fell kindly for him, took a bounce, and just inside 15 minutes of this second half, and Norwich City have got themselves another goal. It's Cork's second of the game. And it means that it's AFC Bournemouth 0, Norwich City 3. Another look at this as the ball came through. It just caught a couple of the Bournemouth players crossing over each other there. Minchev, one of them, and ended with space. Yeah, Minchev and Jay Williams. The ball took a bounce and it just left a clear path there for Finlay Cork to fire in the shot, left-footed. And with half an hour left to play, Norwich City with a strong advantage now in this fourth round tie. They lead here at the Silverlake by 3 goals to 0. Jay Williams at the back with the ball for Bournemouth, and time is already of the essence at 3-0 down. They could do with a goal, and they could do with a goal soon. Ball down the left-hand channel, bounces past Oligbo, and it's picked up by Charlie Stevens. Stevens with Ethan Sills in support. Stevens goes centrally to find Hamilton Elise, fires it left-footed. Perhaps not with the anger he'd have liked, sending that in towards the Norwich goal. And Henry Bullen collects the ball for the Canaries. Adelusi playing it along the back line for Gabriel Cater. Now Oligbo. Cut out there by Charlie Stevens. Now DaCosta Gonzalez for Hamilton Elise. Tried to play the 1-2. DaCosta Gonzalez felt he had been cut out from making his continued run. Referee says play on though. Gunley picks the ball up inside the centre circle for Bournemouth to Teo Minchev. Jay Williams gets it for Alfie Merritt. Merritt charging forwards. In the end, just too many yellow shirts for him to get around. And shot blocked. Ball comes back. Picked up by Minchev and Williams at the back for the Cherries. Here is Merritt on halfway. Plays it infield for Stevens, then Sills. Sills sending the ball forwards for Josh Salmon. Salmon back for Charlie Stevens, has Alfie Merritt in support, but goes centrally for Diego Gonzalez. Now Tommy Whitehead coming back infield. Just a little bit of space there. Charlie Stevens quickly surrounded by 2 yellow shirts. Ball comes back for Jay Williams and now switches play to the left side for Alfie Merritt. Merritt touches it back for Ethan Sills, and ball cleared in the end by Cater. Now Ethan Sills again trying to find the cross in, but cross cut out by Toby Chilvers. It'll be another Bournemouth corner kick. Good little spell of pressure here from the Cherries. They need to make it count. Trailing by 3 goals to 0. Kick long towards the far post, but bundled into his arms at the second attempt by Henry Bullen in the Norwich goal. Wolves need to maintain this high press, the pressure. That's well closed down by Ethan Sills. Merritt with the header. Picks the ball up again from the Norwich clearance. A little heavy with the touchback, goes to Jay Williams, but tidies up. And sending the ball out right side for Tommy Whitehead, down the line for Josh Salmon, and his flick on just takes a touch off of Erchan. For a Bournemouth throw-in. Sent back into their own half for Williams, Minchev, now Merritt. Merritt just looking for the pass. Sends it back across the line. Now Jay Williams. Gets it back once more from Tommy Whitehead. Now Gunley. Theo Minchev. Merritt gets it infield to Da Costa Gonzalez. Switches play out to the right-hand side now. Picked up by Ethan Sills. Sills to Whitehead, fired in towards the 6-yard box, but not close enough to any of the red and black shirts, and far too close to Henry Bullen in that Norwich City goal. "25 minutes left. In this FA Youth Cup 4th round tie. AFC Bournemouth trailing by 3-0 to Norwich City. Ball with Chilvers, under pressure from Gunley. Referee giving the free kick. I said the fog was descending onto the Silverlake Stadium. It really has. We've got a roof on the field. Incredible low fog here as Erchan runs down that left flank and tries to fire in a pacey cross over the face of goal, but safely into the clutches of Danny Dixon in the Cherries goal. Williams gets it to Merritt. Merritt looking to play the ball over the top, but just a little heavy with that one, and that goes straight through to Bullen, who once again will wait until he's closed down and forced to pick up the ball. Norwich in no hurry to play out from those kind of positions. A long kick from Bullen. Misses Seeley, straight out of play. And quickly back in by Alfie Merritt. For Minchev, now Jay Williams. Spreading it far side for Tommy Whitehead. Ethan Sills ahead. Hamilton Elise through the middle, just evades him and goes all the way through in the end to Finlay Oligbo in that right back position for Norwich City. Cleared up by Bullen towards Seeley. Seeley just backing into the challenge of Alfie Merritt. Cater took his eye off the ball, just ran under his foot there. Hamilton Elise unable to maximise on that mistake, but in the end Norwich's clearance going out for a Bournemouth throw-in, but we will have a Bournemouth change before then. Hamilton Elise is the player coming off for the Cherries, and he is replaced by Dane Ndimacum. Now lead the line through the middle for AFC Bournemouth in possession, charging down that right hand side. Here's Ethan Sills with the ball, just trying to find a little bit of space, sends it back towards halfway for Jay Williams, who'll switch play to this left-hand side now. Alfie Merritt to Minchev, now Williams. Williams spreads it out for Tommy Whitehead, closed down quickly by Damari Daly. Williams and Agunme with the 1-2 before it goes back to Whitehead. Bournemouth just looking to see if they can find a gap, find a little space between the lines. Williams gets it through to Salmon, quickly closed down though by Afori Monteo. Now the ball forward for Josh Salmon. Yeah, that did look to come off of Miles Bracking. And will be another Bournemouth corner kick. The ball came in and flashed across the 6-yard box, but fortunately just came in at a level where there weren't any Bournemouth players close enough to consider getting on the end of that one. Norwich City goal kick. To Urchin on that left-hand side, play down for Miles Bracking. Lucy switching it for Finlay Ligbo. Now Seeley. Seeley gets past to Costa Gonzalez and Alfie Merritt, and well, not quite past Josh Salmon, puts in a foot. Seeley goes for a tumble, and the referee reaches for his book for the first time this evening. And Josh Salmon's going to be the first player in the book. And Seeley was going on another one of those incredible runs as the fog descends further and further onto the pitch here at the Silverlake Stadium. Has been quite an incredible descent of that fog in the last 15 minutes, and Cherry's in need of something quite incredible in terms of a comeback. Tyler Williams on for the Canaries. Oh, the ball all through to the far side, but unable to get that in. That was a good block in the end. Chan. Now Ligbo, picked up by LaShawn Seeley, trying to get away from Alfie Merritt. And Alfie Merritt earns himself a yellow card for the foul and the shirt tug on LaShawn Seeley. Ball comes in, little flick on and just goes wide of that far upright. Danny Dixonby relieved to see that one go past. It was Theo Adelusi with the header flick on. Minchev to Jay Williams. Charlie Stevens switching play to the right-hand side. Once Tommy Whitehead steps inside, buys a little space. Now Ethan Sills goes once more looking for Alfie Merritt, but telegraphed that pass just a little bit, and Ligbo picked that one out. Finlay Cork now for Norwich City to Damari Daly. Daly gets it to Ligbo. Now Damari Daly once more, left-hand side, and earns Norwich City another corner kick. So Ligbo on his way over to take this one. Comes back towards Ligbo, but closed down well there by Charlie Stevens. Stevens can't quite get past Toby Chilvers. Bournemouth retaining possession though. Jay Williams right back, almost on his own goal line, gets it to Ogunle. Now Alfie Merritt on this near side. Merritt down the line for Dimicum. Ogunle with it now in the middle of the park. Switches it. Tommy Whitehead to Costa Gonzalez. Looking for either Charlie Stevens or Josh Salmon, just didn't quite thread its way through as Norwich clear the ball away, but almost find Damon Dimicum with that ball through. Here's Tyler Williams, the Norwich City substitute, came on for Miles Bracking. Bournemouth back with the ball though. Charlie Stevens gets it to Ethan Sills. Sills through towards Josh Salmon, and the shot comes in, claims of a handball, and the referee's given the penalty. Hand was stuck out there, and that was good, nice interplay from the Cherries. They earn themselves a penalty kick. Another look at this. As the ball gets to Ethan Sills, sent it infield for Josh Salmon. And Salmon's shot dropped down by the hand of Gabriel Keita. And a chance here for Bournemouth to get themselves a goal back. Charlie Stevens with the penalty. And it's a beautiful penalty, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And it's Bournemouth 1, Norwich 3. And could they stage an incredible comeback? 13 minutes plus stoppage time left to go. Fabulous penalty from Charlie Stevens in the 77th minute. James Lowry makes another change with Ethan Sills. Coming off. Charlie Stevens picking up the ball. Switching it out to the right-hand side to Harry Webb. Replacement for Sills. Now Tyler Williams for Norwich. A little heavy with the touch, and that was cut out by Webb. Wins a free kick for Bournemouth. Another goal now, and we're in for something of a grandstand finish to this game in the FA Youth Cup. Bournemouth trailing by 3 goals to 1. But that Charlie Stevens penalty with 13 minutes to go has certainly reawakened the Cherries and their enthusiasm. Kick into the edge of the area. And Cork looking for that, goes down under the challenge of Danny Dixon. Rushing out of his goal to clear the ball long, but the referee pulling play back to give Norwich City a free kick for that earlier challenge on Finlay Cork. Another look at the penalty then from Charlie Stevens. Beautiful pen, keeper going the wrong way. And Stevens right in the corner. Not sure the keeper would have got to that even if he'd gone the right way. Adelusi with the free kick for Norwich. Flicked on. Looking for Cork, it's back for Seeley. Seeley steps away from one challenge and another. LaShawn Seeley fires the ball in, and it's Damari Daly getting the touch under pressure, but fires that well wide of the Bournemouth goal. Goal kick to the Cherries. Minchev takes that short for Merritt. Down the line for Stevens and back to Minchev once more. Jay Williams. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Bournemouth trailing by 3-1. Agunle with the ball over the top, looking for Charlie Stevens, going for that ball in a challenge with Ligbo. Ligbo coming out just slightly on top. Urchan going down under the challenge of Tommy Whitehead there, earning Norwich City a free kick. Well, that penalty from Charlie Stevens certainly put a slightly different complexion on the closing stages of this game for both management teams. Bullen sends the free kick long for Norwich. It's cleared away by Minchev, only as far as Cater. Hold on from him for Finlay Cork. Down under the challenge of Ndimku. Oh, that's another Norwich City free kick. Finlay Ligbo. Norwich just trying to take the pace out of the game at the moment. Ligbo's not going to take it. He's going to leave it for Tyler Williams. Move this up towards the far post. Cater with the header there. Ball bounces around. In the end, cleared away by Jay Williams. Ligbo picks it up on this near side touchline though, and Alfie Merritt marshalling it safely out of play for another Bournemouth goal kick. Time running out for the Cherries though, as they look to get themselves right back into this game. Josh Salmon threads the ball over the top, trying to find the run there of Alfie Merritt, but just a little too central, a little too close to Bullen. Theo Adelusi for Norwich. To Bullen. Now Cater. Cater to Seeley. Sean Seeley trying to get away from Alfie Merritt. Finds himself a bit of space. Heading towards the right side of that Bournemouth 18-yard box. And Sean Seeley fires it across. Ball cleared away though by Jay Williams. And DaCosta Gonzalez trying to muscle his way onto the ball there. It's cleared by Charlie Stevens. Sent back towards the Bournemouth box. Cleared away. Now it's picked up by Dane and Dimmock. But he loses out to Tyler Williams, trying to send it for Damari Daly down the left flank. Just too much pace on the ball And it goes out for a Bournemouth throw-in. There will be another change made by James Lowy. And it's Charlie Stevens, the penalty scorer, who is coming off. Or is he? No, I think we've had an error with the board. It is Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez who comes off, and he's replaced by Ryan Carroll. So just a little confusion there. Ball cleared high and up into the fog. The side of the ball there for a minute with the fog being so low. Now the ball down the left-hand side for Dane and Dimkun. Sent in by Salmon. Finley Cork will try and bring that one away for Norwich. His pass, though, cut out by Harry Webb. Webb on that far side touchline. Here's the ball back to Ogunle. Ogunle to Jay Williams. Still very compact, this Norwich side. Into the last 5 minutes of the 90 we go. Teo Minchev, Alfie Merritt on the near side touchline. Back to Minchev. Ogunle threads the ball, trying to find the run of Tommy Whitehead, but cut out by that Norwich defence. Clearance headed down by Ogunle. And then Charlie Stevens' touch. Only finding a yellow shirt. Fori Manteo sending it out to the left-hand side. It now comes back for Vatan Erchan. Oligbo. Here's it to Seeley. Chilvers back to Cato. Under pressure from Dimkun. Harry Webb spins away from the challenge of Daly. Gets it to Minchev. Minchev again. To Ryan Carroll. Carroll steps inside. Tries to switch play. Finds Tommy Whitehead. Harry Webb was on a run, but closely followed. Whitehead still with the ball. Has to send that in towards the 6-yard box. Which is getting increasingly misty. Henry Bullen collecting the ball comfortably enough in that Norwich City goal. Long kick downfield from him, cut out by Alfie Merritt. Ogunle with the challenge on Seeley, goes down under the challenge of LaShawn Seeley. And it's a Bournemouth free kick. Played down the line, now in field for Ndimukam. Trying to stand up against the challenge, does so, holds up the ball pretty well. Nice effort that. Ogunle now with the ball. That's footed from the edge of the area and just fires that high over the Norwich City goal. And Bournemouth carving out half-decent chance there. Malaki Ogunle with the shot over the crossbar. Make another change. Alfie Merritt is the player coming off, being replaced by Zavia Campbell. Sending the ball long downfield. It's picked up by LaShawn Seeley. Strong player, Seeley. Sent that off to the right-hand side. Picked up by Oligbo. Oligbo had a second chance. Cross, though, flicked away by Tommy Whitehead. Tyler Williams gets it back to Chan. And now Theo Adelusi. Ryan Carroll picking up the ball. Sends it infield for Ndimicum. Goes down under the challenge there of Lloyd Afori Manteu. And Afori Manteu will be the first Norwich City player in the referee's book this evening, as he'll receive a yellow card for that challenge. Free kick for the Cherries then, just inside the centre circle in the Norwich City half. Wait to see how many minutes added on. It will be 4 minutes added on at the end of the 90. 4 minutes left for Bournemouth to find something magical if they're to stay in this FA Youth Cup. They trail, though, by 3-1 against a well-organised and compact Norwich City team that play in the Under-18 Premier League. Jay Williams to Teo Minchev. Just difficult for the Cherries to find space, find gaps. Chances have been at something of a premium, but they have created a fair few nonetheless. Jay Williams. And the ball back to Malaki Ogunle. Teo Minchev. Harry Webb switching sides to this left channel. Ryan Carroll getting the ball back to Minchev. Now Ogunle. Charlie Stevens. And the ball for Jay Williams. Spraying it to the right-hand side. And Zavia Campbell. Getting a throw in for Bournemouth. Ogunle now. Williams to Minchev. Norwich City players just, as I say, keeping tight between the lines, compact and closing down very quickly every time Bournemouth try to press forwards through their midfield. Another change for the Cherries. Teo Minchev has gone off to be replaced by Ben Purchase. And LaShawn Seeley is going off for Norwich City to be replaced by Rio Mundle. Just a minute left of the time added on, plus whatever the referee Stephen Hughes adds at his own discretion over and above that. Ogunle spreads the ball across the halfway line for the Cherries to Jay Williams. Charlie Stevens. He's back with Ogunle. Carroll back to his captain, gets it back once more. And again, Bournemouth just closing down, harrying and pressing and not giving the Cherries too much time on the ball once they're inside that Norwich half. Ogunleye looking for the ball over the top. Sends it through. Just took a heavy touch there off the right foot of Ben Purchase. Norwich City able to get the ball clear. Far right hand side now, cross coming in, looking towards Purchase, but that's well grasped by Henry Bullen in the Norwich City goal, and that may just be about that. Over the 4 minutes of added time now. As the referee blows the full-time whistle, and it is Norwich City who are victorious here at the Silverlake Stadium in Eastleigh, winning by 3-1 against the Cherries. The Canaries will claim their place in the 5th round. It's a home tie against West Bromwich Albion, the prize for them. Disappointment for AFC Bournemouth and a valiant effort, but it's a very well organised, very compact, very tight unit, this Norwich City team. As I say, they play in the under-18 Premier League South, but they are delighted to have progressed through in this competition. The journey ends here in the FA Youth Cup, unfortunately, for AFC Bournemouth. Having seen off Ipswich Town in the 3rd round, it is another side from East Anglia in Norwich City who end the journey for AFC Bournemouth by 3-1. Thoroughly entertaining game here at the Silverlake Stadium. But it will be Norwich City who will take that place in the 5th round. Remind you of what happened in the game then. First 30 seconds and Damari Daly charging through on the Bournemouth goal. Brought down by Danny Dixon in a heavy collision between the two. They both needed a fairly lengthy treatment, but it was Finlay Cork who stepped up to score the penalty in the 5th minute and put Norwich City into an early lead. Good penalty from the Norwich City striker, and I think he was pretty pleased about that one. LaShawn Seeley went on a run through the middle of the Bournemouth side, unchallenged, got to the edge of the area, and that left-footed shot inside the far post of Danny Dixon, the new signing in goal for the Cherries. And that came as a bit of a hammer blow just before half-time. 44th minute, that goal. And giving Norwich City just a little bit of a cushion. They went 3 up as well after the ball over the top took an unkind bounce, taking 2 Bournemouth defenders out of the equation in Jay Williams and Teo Minchev, and Finlay Cork there to fire that home left-footed inside the left post for his 2nd goal of the game and to put Norwich into a 3-goal lead. Good combination play though for the consolation goal from Bournemouth. Ethan Seals playing through Josh Salmon, his shot blocked, giving the penalty decision, which Charlie Stevens duly converted. It gave them 14 minutes to try and find something magical and find a couple more goals to draw themselves level. They weren't quite able to do so, unfortunately, as the mist and fog descended heavily over the Silverlake Stadium here in Eastleigh during the course of the 2nd half. It is Bournemouth 1, Norwich 3, and Norwich City are the team that progresses to the 5th round, as I say, of this FA Youth Cup, where they will now go on to face West Bromwich Albion and have a home tie. For the Cherries, the run ends here in the FA Youth Cup, and they will concentrate on the Under-18 Professional Development League. But from the Silverlake Stadium this evening, that's it from us. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Bournemouth 1, Norwich 3.